Let me ask you a quick question. Why is it that some people seem to make an absolute amazing amount of profit on their property investments, and yet other people seem to struggle? Let me give you an example of how people do have potentially high returns when they purchase off the plan and off market. In other words, finding out about a development before the public does. So here, what you're looking at is a block of land that in about 2 years is going to become a stunning apartment block. You'll probably be able to get an apartment, a really nice one, for around $1 million. This is in a prime location where the boxes have been ticked from our Winning Edge playbook. And there's every chance in this suburb where you may potentially be achieving 10, even 12% per annum or better in capital growth. So let's crunch some numbers here, shall we? All right, so you put down $100,000 on $1 million apartment, okay? So every year, if you've got a 10% per annum capital gain, that means you're making around about $100,000 a year in equity in that property. So this property won't be finished for 2 years. So by the time it's complete, you've made over $200,000 potentially in that 2 years before you even have to pay for it. So the property is now worth more than likely over $1.2 million. But you only need to put down $100,000 to secure it, and that's giving you like a 200% return. That's not too bad in my books. I don't know what the banks offer. Okay, so again, that's really the process of how investing off the plan works, because quite often, if you get it off market, you manage to secure an apartment 20, even 30% below what retail prices are when you get towards the final stages of the project. So let me show you how this strategy can work in action. What you're looking at behind you is a project that about 2.5 years ago was just a block of land. And with that block of land, we did our due diligence, and I put about 15 of my clients into this development. So they put down small deposits on $600,000 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments. And now we just had a sale. Remember, they put down a deposit. It was actually a 5% deposit. So around $30,000 they put as the deposit. Now that same apartment just sold for $1 million. So that's a $400,000 potential profit that they've made by putting down that small $30,000 deposit 2.5 years ago by doing due diligence, following the Winning Edge playbook, and then reaping the rewards. Does the development have water views or park views? Something along this line. What about a cool hangout like Cafe Catalina on the Broadwater, where you get to have a great meal, it allows pets, and you check out this beautiful Broadwater while you're having deep and meaningful conversations with your friends? Is it close to shops? What about transport? How far away is it to get to the nearest trains, buses and ferries? Now, I want to tell you straight up, there is not a magic wand here, okay? Property does go up and property goes down. However, if you invest in a prime location with the key Winning Edge playbook criteria, over time, you will find it very difficult to lose. So I've shared just a few criteria that professional property investors use before making any decisions on investing in a development. Now, there are many other critical things that you must know before buying off the plan. And I've actually put them into a very simple and easy to understand consumer awareness guide. You can get a copy there and just take a little bit of time to analyse that and apply those criteria to your next property investment. Alternatively, you can just reach out to me and we can have a quick 10-minute chat and see if there's any way that I can possibly assist you in finding the property that you're looking for. Either way, before you make any decisions, ensure you have a proven system that you're using to make a great next property investment for yourself.